Hey Falcons, we got something pretty cool to show you. We had some people discussing, hey, my kids are turning stuff in, but when they turn it in late or turn it in after I've graded everyone else's, I'm not getting a notification like I used to with Google Classroom. How can I get an alert? How can I find out when kids are turning stuff in? So I've got a couple ideas about that, but the one I'm going to show you that I think right now is probably the one that you're going to want to try involves going to a team. So in this case, I'm looking at my sociology third hour. We click on Files, and then you're going to click right here to open in SharePoint. And this is just going to open up your team and its general files on SharePoint. Once you're here, you're going to go over here on the left to Site Contents, which seems like kind of a weird thing to click on. You probably would never click on that otherwise, but that's what I want you to click on. Click there. It's then going to come up with all these different files and folders. And what's interesting is some of these are things that you can see. Like class materials is a file folder that you can see on your team in the file section, but a lot of the rest of these are not. What's interesting is this is the back end of what happens in Teams. SharePoint is kind of the place where everything that happens in Teams gets collected and categorized and filed and all that sort of stuff. What you're going to do then is you're going to click on Student Work. It'll open up another new tab, and you have two folders here, Submitted Files and Working Files. Working Files, I've discovered, is basically stuff that the kids are working on. It's the assignments once you push them out as they're working on them live. That's kind of the working files. So if you've ever seen things like there being multiple versions of a file or something, that all of that's taking place inside this working files folder right here. These submitted files is when they've actually turned stuff in. And so right here, that's what we're interested in right now, is when they turn something in and put something into this folder, or potentially when they change something that's in this folder. And so you can see here I have folders for all my students for this course here. If I come up here next to where it says, upload, edit, share, copy, sync, download, there's three little dots. If you click those three little dots, you'll see here there's a little bell and where it says alert me. And what you can do is you can click alert me. It'll pop up this little window, and then you have some options. You can select how you want it to alert you, what you want it to be titled. I'm going to leave it student work submitted files. That's fine with me. You can change it if you like. You can have it send alerts to multiple people or to different email addresses. You can do a couple different things there. So if I wanted this to go to my personal and private, or my work email, I could do that. It automatically plugs in your work email because that's what it has. That's its information it has for you. You could also get a text message. You could have the URL put into a text message, etc. It's pretty handy. One issue here, right now it can only be sent to you via email or text message. There is a much more complicated way that you can do some scripting and some programming to have a flow bot, which is an automated bot, an AI bot that Microsoft would run for you. There is a way to make these notifications appear in Teams, but it's kind of convoluted and complicated. And at this point, for me, I just want to know when they've done something. I just need the notification so I know when to go in and grade it or take a look at it. So for me, the email is fine. I don't need a notification in Teams. I'm not always in Teams anyway. And I don't necessarily want to get 60 notifications either. Here, these last three options, you've got options for the type of changes you want to be alerted to, when they send you an alert, or what they send you an alert for, and then when the actual notification gets sent. So only send me alerts when all changes, new items are added, existing items or modified items are deleted. Again, this is up to you. I'm going to leave mine to be all changes so I know when anything happens. And I'll just get a list of the changes when I have it send it to me. You might want to try, if maybe you're just looking for, you grade stuff pretty quickly, or weekly, you've got a pretty good system down. You just want to know when maybe kids return stuff. You could select existing items are modified. And again, this is a little bit of beta testing. I've tested this a little bit, but haven't tested it a lot. I think if you select this, it will just tell you when kids resubmit something. Like maybe you graded it, you said, hey, you can do test corrections and resubmit or whatever. I think you would get a notification then. You might try all changes first or try one or the other first and then see if you get what you want. If you don't, try the other. Send alerts for these changes. These change alerts when someone else changes a document, someone changes a document created by me, or changes a document last modified by me. I'm going to leave it to anything changes because there's too many, weird scenarios in here where, I might miss something if I select a different one. So I'm going to leave it anything changes. And then it's here when to send alerts. Excuse me, it's up to you. If you want to get a notification immediately, if that really matters to you, that you want to know it, now, you can select that one. For me, I'm going to say, hey, I just want a daily summary. And you could put this and say, hey, I want this to show up maybe during your plan hour. And so you want that list. If you've got first hour plan, maybe you want that list of stuff at 8 a.m. And so it's going to send you the daily summary at 8 a.m. Or maybe at the end of the day, you're like, okay, everything should be complete. What's my daily summary at 3? Or if some kids like to do stuff after school and you want a daily summary at 7 and you look at it first thing the next morning. Whatever you want. You can select that or select a weekly summary. It's up to you. And then you can change the date if you do a weekly summary to whatever date you'd like. Okay? But once you set it up, I'm going to leave mine on daily. Let's say it's 7 p.m. Once you click OK, you'll actually get an email in your email account that'll say, hey, you set up a notification. I'll just show you one of mine. So this right here, this is an email, an example of that. So I've got, alert student work submitted has been successfully added. And it actually gives me the link that I can go right back to there and look at it again if I want to. You'll receive alerts according to the delivery method, etc. that you created. You can change this alert by clicking on this My Alerts on this site page. And it'll take you right back there. I'll click on it. It takes you right back. And now you're seeing all of your alerts that you have. So I have 2 different ones for my 2 different courses here. I have not figured out how to get to this My Alerts on this site without going there, without clicking on that little link. I've kind of fooled around a little bit and haven't quite found it yet, but you can see here some of the same stuff over here is on the side, like site contents is back here on the side again. I just haven't quite figured out how to get to that alert page from here. So that's why I'm pointing out you might want to look at that link. So play with this a little bit, see what you think. Let me know how it works, and if you find some interesting stuff, please let me know, and I'll continue to add more resources. I'm also going to put this, I have a Google Doc that I've been keeping a lot of cool stuff in. I'm going to add this to my Google Doc, and I'll add a couple links, both with the instructions, again, to do what I just showed you, and I have some instructions on the kind of more complicated way if you would want to attempt a little programming on your end. So thanks for checking this out. Hopefully this helps out and gives you something